Stanford University, a bastion of academia and the alma mater of some of college football's most legendary figures, Sherman and McCaffrey. And today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Welcome, everyone, to the farm in Palo Alto, home to the Stanford Cardinal and to legends such as Elway, Luck, and McCaffrey, all of whom went through battles like the one we'll see in this one. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. First down here for the offense. The give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
A 3rd and long coming up here. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his man in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Handoff to the lone back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's got the tight end. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back in the 13.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play. Now giving up a negative play on 2nd down. You better be very careful about this 3rd down play call.
3rd and goal coming up here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. After the miss, no change in the score. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Finds a man on the left. At midfield, he's got room. Dances away again. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Quarterback keeps it. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Bunch formation for these receivers. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. He's got his man. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Give to the running back. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Power football with the run. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Georgia Tech pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those rambling wreck players. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. On the run, it's McClure. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give to the back. Still running at the 40. Nothing but green ahead. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Stanford 7, Tulane 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll leave it with him. He breaks a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Pass on the way. It's picked off. taking it the other way. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Off the play fake on first down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
He'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd down, going up top. Fires to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Now on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40.
2nd down coming up.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going over the top. And he intercepts it. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
They'll go 4 wide, 3 to the left on 2nd and 8. Fast motion from the offense. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He turns that loose down the right side. Intercepted. Bringing it back. Smashes through the tackle. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. At the 45 on his way. Speeding down the left side. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Hawaii is getting dominated today, and you know, the folks in Honolulu deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 14 to UCLA. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the tight end. Rolls it in. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback checking off. On second down, he's looking downfield. The throw. This time he's got it. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Lets it fly deep downfield.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and that's just on to the next down.
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He gets a hand on it. He picks it up. That's a live ball. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Stanford set to boot it deep to start this second half. And he's going to run it back. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Got room on the return. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long.
42 Spider, 4-2 Arrow. Terrier.
From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
This offense has failed on its previous 2 4th down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So 1st down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him, okay? I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. The snap sets up the throw. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Makes a move. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. He's going to pass. He's got it. Touchdown, Cardinal. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Going for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Starts to scramble to the left. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And it's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back, you got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Got enough space, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Stanford! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tulane offense offense headed back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The give to the fullback. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Stanford 21, Tulane 7.
Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
They're trying to get to it. Hard running there. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
I love fighting for extra yards, and I'm going to encourage every single one of my running backs, receivers, and tight ends to do it. Just not my quarterback. I really got to understand, listen, play's over, get down on the ground. Don't take too many of those big shots.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down, attempt coming. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. At the 40, there he goes. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out.
Ball is free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble.
29 Philly.
They'll try the run. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Might be looking to run. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up, and this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Ready?
2nd down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now, setting up fourth.
It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40, running inside the 20, and he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Cardinal! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. First down for the offense. He wants to throw. Quickly complete.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Still running at the 40. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Getting some heat. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Takes it the other way. The 20, the 10, and he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Stanford! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short.
1st and 10.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting till the bitter end, as they will concede defeat. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down.
Rolling.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't